Welcome to another edition of First Person, our weekly video production of PressProsMagazine.com, sponsored by the Buckeye Insurance Group in Piqua and the Coverman Dickerson Agency representing Buckeye in Troy, Piqua, Covington, and St. Paris. Our guest this week, Travis Nees, senior football player from Piqua High School, who recently signed to play at the University of Toledo next year. We're going to come back and talk with Travis in a moment about that and about his career here at Piqua. We'll have that in a moment, right after these words from the Coverman Dickerson Agency representing Buckeye in Troy, Piqua, Covington, and St. Paris. Stay tuned.
The Coverman Dickerson Agency, with offices in Troy, Piqua, and Covington, is pleased to be the sponsoring Buckeye Insurance Group agent for this first-person interview. For farm, auto, and homeowner insurance, Coverman Dickerson is one of the area's fastest-growing Buckeye providers, with a history of service and competitive rates. And we're also an outstanding source of coverage for families with young drivers. For farm, auto, and home policies, call the Coverman Dickerson Agency, proud to represent Buckeye Insurance Group.
Welcome back, everybody. Again, this week our guest is Travis Nees from Piqua High School. And Travis, first of all, I want to congratulate you. Back on February the 2nd or 3rd, whatever the date was, you signed to play college football, Division I college football at the University of Toledo. That's pretty neat, but I also want to congratulate you on your career here at Piqua. I know it hasn't been as easy. I know it hasn't been everything that you wanted it to be, but you know what? When you get to go on and still play football and get an education out of it, you can't say too much bad about it.
Yeah, it's great. It's really an honor to be playing at the next level and to play at a program here as special as it is here at Piqua, the tradition rich, and how my dad has gone on to put many guys at the next level.
Right.
So it's something special.
You know, you represent a very good story, if not for the fact of wins and losses here, because I remember you very well as a freshman when you were about 5'8" and 140 or 145 pounds.
Yeah.
To look at Travis Nees then, you would never believe it's the same Travis Nees now. You come in off the heels of a 2006 championship team. You got a big class of freshmen and sophomores come in. Mm-hmm. I know you guys were thinking we're going to get back to Canton, we're going to get back to Massillon, we're going to win another title, or at least compete for another one. You had some tough times. Your sophomore year, you won 3. Your junior year, you struggled to win 5. You broke through this year and won 6 games. But yet, Travis Nees and some other guys in your class kept doing the work. They kept exemplifying what you hear all the time about what football's all about. You're going to get knocked down, you got to keep getting back up, and you got to keep looking toward that prize. And you've done that, and that's a great story. I congratulate you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's just, we just looked every week to just compete at the best of our abilities, and we didn't really. I mean, obviously, I think everybody that plays at the high school level has an ambition, or should, at least, to get to the playoffs, if not to the championships. I mean, I think that's one of the big reasons why we play, to be honest with you. I don't think you just play 10 games and be settled with it, you know?
The game of football has to be fun to do that kind of work.
Oh, definitely.
And you know, I never played football. I played baseball, but I know guys that play basketball. Everybody plays their particular sport. They get something out of it.
Yeah.
More than just the rush of saying, I did the work and I got to the next step. Tell me what football in that respect has meant to you.
Well, I mean, we were really hoping to do good. And I mean, in some regards, I believe we did good. I mean, we brought the program back to the winning perspective with going 6-4, and hopefully it's something to build off next year for the guys that are below me. And I just think it was a good opportunity to play here, really, to be honest with you.
A lot of people know that you're the son of Bill Nees, the head football coach of the Piqua Indians.
Yeah.
I'm not sure there's very many people who have any idea what it's like to live with Bill Nees. When you're at home, is it football nonstop, or can you eat a pizza together without lining the pepperonis up as the offensive and defensive lines? Tell us what it's a little bit about sharing football.
Well, I mean, it's definitely different than I'm sure I get more one-on-one football time with him, but we don't really carry much over. I mean, we'll joke around about something goofy will happen in practice. Somebody will do something stupid, or I'll do something stupid, and we'll joke around about it, and we'll go back and forth. But really, only Wednesday nights was really the only nitty-gritty thing, or if I had a question, because Wednesday night was our film night, we'd go in the basement, he would flip through, and I would answer the coverage we're supposed to be in or whatever for that specific formation.
To this day, can you sit down and watch an NFL game or a college game, particularly NFL, I guess, on Sundays? Can you watch an NFL game and enjoy it just as a football game like I would or the average fan would, or do you sit there and critique techniques, coverages, play calling, and things like that?
Probably more so the NFL I can actually sit down and watch, but college I kind of pick it up because some guys I know out there playing, and I'm getting ready to play there, so I kind of really watch to see how things go. The speed is definitely a lot different.
Travis Nees, our guest this week from Piqua High School, as I said, committed a couple weeks ago to go to the University of Toledo next year and play. Tell us a little bit about the process of going through recruiting. We went that once upon a time at my house to a certain extent, not to the extent that you have. Was it fun for you? Did you enjoy it? And ultimately, how did you make the decision on the Rockets?
This was a very interesting process. It can be frustrating at times, but then at times it can be very good. I mean, I met a lot of new people, a lot of coaches. Just when I went through the summer, I did the senior camps. I went to, I think, Bowling Green, Ohio, Indiana, Cincinnati, and of course Toledo. And I really caught fire at the Toledo camp, and we kept in contact for the longest time. And then finally, I think around the week before Thanksgiving, Coach Beckman, who's now at Illinois but was the former coach at Toledo, put in my film, and he said, well, I really like this guy. And he called my dad and said, well, we want to offer him. Can I talk to him on the phone? Dad gave me the phone. And he offered me right there, and I was
Done deal.
ecstatic. Yeah,
Done
and I was
deal.
like, I'm there.
I noticed you didn't mention Baldwin Wallace.
Yeah.
And I only bring that up because that's where your dad
Yeah, he said, the Jackets, there's always a home if you want me to pay. I think it's like $30-some thousand to go there.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I've paid those bills before. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It really is. Tell us a little bit about what you want to pursue in terms of academics at Toledo.
Well, I'm going to do education, but I want to go and once I graduate, I want to be a GA. I want to stay in the college ranks.
As assistant?
Yeah, I don't want to come back to the high school. I want to stay up there and hopefully work my way up, make some connections, and see how far I can get up in there.
I know you have a tremendous family and tremendous network of family support, not only here in Miami County, but up in Allen County, because when we wrote the article in Press Pros a couple of weeks ago about the 7 kids that signed out of Piqua to play college football, we got a lot of response, email response from Allen County and people up there. Your grandparents still up there. I know they saw all your games. That has to be pretty special.
Oh, it is. It means a lot to me. They're great people up there, and just she knows so many people, and I've met a lot of people. A lot of people have known me in Lima since I was like that big. So
Since 5'8", 145?
Probably smaller than that.
Travis, we wish you the best. Thanks for the time today, and yours really is a great story of a young man who came here, had a dream about playing college football at the next level, and worked hard every day to pursue it. I congratulate you again.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on here.
Thanks for the time. Travis Nees, our guest this week on First Person, a production again of PressProsMagazine.com and sponsored by the Buckeye Insurance Group in Piqua and the Coverman Dickerson Agency here in Piqua and Miami and Champaign County. Join us again next time for another edition, and until then, thanks for your support of Press Pros Online. See you then.
If you are looking for quality insurance protection from a reliable company, sold by professionals in communities like yours, that's what you'll get from Buckeye Insurance Group.
Buckeye Insurance Group, insuring the heartland.
To find your local Buckeye agent, visit buckeye-ins.com. Buckeye Insurance Group, insuring the heartland.
Insuring the heartland.